हरि ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीं अष्टादशाध्यायिनीं अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीं प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। Bhagavad Gita, a conversation with God daily. In this series, today, chapter 3, shloka number 9. यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणोऽन्यत्र लोकोऽयं कर्म बन्धनः तदर्थं कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्तसङ्गः समाचर। Krishna said to Arjuna, Arjuna, do whatever karma is ordained for you. Whatever is your duty, you do that. Because if you are going to remain without performing any action, then you will not be able to take care of even the basic needs of your body. And now he continues, यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणो अन्यत्र लोकोऽयं कर्म बन्धनः. Why is it that Arjuna doesn't want to perform any action? Because karma is actually binding. It binds you to this samsara. It is only because of karma that any living being is born on this earth in order to experience the papa and punya, the merits and sins committed by him. In order to experience the result of those actions, he is born on this earth. So, karma is actually binding. It is the main reason for the cycle of birth and death. So, why should I perform karma? Here, the Lord says, Yajnarthat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha. Yes, karma binds you to the cycle of birth and death. But Yajnartha, if you are going to perform the very same action for the sake of God, as a worship to God, in order to please God, as an offering to God, then it does not bind you. The results of the karma, they don't get attached to you. So, Kaunteya, Arjuna, Mukta Sangaha, without any attachment. Perform the actions as an offering to God. Perform the actions for the sake of God. It is said, Yajno vai Vishnuhu. So, Yajna means Vishnu. Yajnartham, for the sake of God. Next shloka. Saha yajna praja srishtva purovacha prajapatihi anena prasavishyadvam yeshavostvishta kamadhuk. Saha yajnaha prajaha srishtva purovacha prajapatihi. When Lord Brahma created the living beings, at the time of creation itself, he created all living beings in such a way that you perform actions as an offering to God. And anena prasavishyadvam, by performing your actions like this, you prosper. Yeshavo astu ishtakama dhuk, and let it actually make all your desires come true. Ishtakama dhuk. All your desires will be fulfilled if you are going to perform your actions as an offering to God. If you are going to perform everything in order to please God. Let me do this. If I am like this, God will be happy. I am doing this because God has placed me in this situation. I am doing this. It's my duty. It's God's will that my life be like this. Let me do it. Next shloka. Devan bhavayatanena te deva bhavayantu vaha parasparam bhavayantaha shreya paramavapsyatha. Next, if you are going to do your actions like this, all your desires will be fulfilled. How they will be fulfilled is explained in this shloka. Devan bhavayatanena, by pleasing the gods through your actions. They protect you. They bless you. Because they are pleased with whatever you did. If we are going to do anything by praying to God, then God is happy. He gives us rains. Gods, the Devas, like Indra, Varuna, Agni, all gods. They in turn give good rains. Parasparam bhavayantaha, like this, if you are going to please them, then they are going to please you. This mutual happiness or mutual contentment will lead you to Shreyaha Paramavapsyata. You will attain the highest goodness. Things like Swarga and right up to Moksha. Whatever it is, whether it be prosperity in this world or attaining good worlds or Sakshat Moksha itself. Everything you will attain by performing your actions as an offering to God. Anything. If we are going to, whatever we have on this earth, we have got it as a result of God's grace, right? He has given us. So, first, thank Him. And then, you do whatever you do. Next shloka. Ishtan bhogan hi wo deva dasyante yajna bhavitaha tairdattan apradhayaibhyo yo bhungte stena eva saha. Ishtan bhogan hi wo deva dasyante yajna bhavitaha. Yajna bhavitaha, pleased by your actions that have been offered to him, they bestow upon you, Ishtan Bhogan, whatever you desire, wealth, wife, children, power, everything, whatever you desire. And after getting all this from them, we have got good wealth, a very good job, a nice wife, nice kids. We have a good name in the society. We have a good, beautiful, big house to live in. Everything. We are leading a very comfortable life. Now, Taihi Dattan Pradayaibhyo. God has granted you all this. Now, without giving it back to Him, if you are going to use everything only for the sake of nourishing your body, only for the sake of satisfying your own desires, only for the sake of your own enjoyment, that's all. Thereafter I just forget God. I am not bothered about Him at all. If you are going to be like that, then stena eva saha, Krishna says. Then such a person is a thief. Whatever that you have, the gods also have a right in that. Because they gave you as a result of your actions. Now if you are going to enjoy it on your own, then you are a thief. You should not do that. If you are just this air, if we are breathing it, who gave this air? Who has given this water? Who gave you all these senses? How are we able to enjoy beautiful things? How are we able to hear good things? Everything who gave us. So that gratitude we should have. Next shloka. Yajñasishtashinas santo muchyante sarva kilbishaihi bhunjate te tvagham papa ye pachanti atma karanat. Yajñasishtashinah santo, and one who offers everything to God and then enjoys everything as his prasad. You have got an increment in the office. Every month, 5,000 rupees increment you have got. Immediately, oh, I have got increment of 5,000 rupees. Oh God, thank you. Go to the temple, the first month increment 5,000. Offer it to Him. Do something for Him. And then, all the coming months, it is going to be yours. Right? You have been blessed with a child, a beautiful boy. Okay. Oh, God has given me such a beautiful child. Immediately or offer something to him. Name your child after him. Think, oh, God has given me such a beautiful boy. I'll teach him Bhagavad Gita. Something. Immediately thank him. And then, anyway, it's your child. Enjoy the joys of having a son. Like this, every single happiness that you receive in life, immediately think of him. Offer a small part to him. Nothing. He gives good rains. As a result, crops flourish. There is food. And you get food on your plate. He is the one who digests it sitting inside. Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamashritaha. So he is the one who digests the food. Whenever you are going to eat, first offer it to him. First offer it to him. Naivedhyam. And as his prasad, you partake the food. Anyway, if you are going to go offer it to him, I offered 6 idlis, now 3 missing. Krishna ate it. Oh, I have to cook daily 3 idlis extra for his sake. Is that happening? No. Whatever you go offer, it just remains there. Kandarula Pannudal. That's what it is called. Just go show it to him. And by his grace, by his just very sight, by his looking at it, that sadam is converted to prasadam. All negative things present in that food is taken away and it is given back to you as a very pure, healthy food. So, what do we lose by just offering it to him and then consuming it as prasad? Krishna says, Ye pachanti atma karanat te bunjate tu agham papa. One who cooks for his own sake. Daily he cooks, he eats. Not even one day he offers it to God. Such a person, he actually eats his sins. He is eating only sins. So, be careful. Offer first to God and then as his prasad, you consume everything. Whatever it is, food or any sort of experience in life, any happiness that you may get, first offer it to God. And then as his prasad, you enjoy that happiness. Says Krishna. We'll stop with that for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Hari Om.